Alright, I've got two lovely, these are 227 gram Hereford sirloin steaks. Now they're 28-day matured, so that is good meat. I've got about a cupful of carrot, about the same of chopped up zucchini or courgette as we call it, about 2 to 3 cups of white cabbage, half a brown onion and a couple of cloves of garlic which I've chopped up. I've got some pepper, I've got some toasted sesame oil, I've got some Thai oyster sauce, I've got some light soy sauce, I've got some, this is garlic salt, and I've got some sea salt. You can use kosher salt, use something good. Right, let's get on with it. The first thing I'm going to do is get these steaks seasoned up and into the pan. Okay, I want to get this pan so hot it looks dangerous, because I need it really hot for this recipe. So to season my steaks, I'm going to give them a quick touch with the garlic salt, not too much. I don't want to go too mad because I've got garlic in my stir fry. Alright, oh, I forgot to do my favourite, black pepper. I'll give them a dusting black pepper. So just garlic, salt and black pepper on each side, or garlic granules, salt and black pepper on each side, SPG. Season them up nicely, bit of garlic salt on them. So that's the steak seasoned up nicely. I'm going to pat that down, make sure that's nicely pressed into the steaks. So I've salted the bottom of the pan, and that is now coming up to a fierce heat. And then what I want to do is just drop my steak into the pan. And I'm using a large pan so I can fit 2 steaks at a time. And just drop that straight on. It's important that you don't press down on steaks. You squeeze all the juice out of them and you ruin them if you do that. So once you've got it in the pan, you just leave it alone for a couple of minutes and then I'll show you where we're getting to. So what you can see right there is the heat rising up through the steak, and you can see it begin to rise up from the bottom there as the steak gets cooked. Now we want to wait until that's about half the way up before we flip the steak. And once the steak's ready to lift, it'll lift quite easily. If you're having to scrape it off the bottom, you're trying to lift it too early. So there we are, it's roughly up to about the middle, and the steak just lifts, look, so easy. And then I'll drop it back on its own footprint and turn the other one, and look at that. Lovely. So all we do now is we just repeat the process. So let's have a look at this, see if it'll lift. Oh yeah, that's lifting fine, that's good. That one needs a bit more time, so what I'll do is I'll swap them around a bit. So if you want a rare steak, you turn it once. If you want a medium rare steak, you turn it twice. My brother likes medium rare, so I'll flip that around for him and give it the good news on the other side. And if you're one of those creatures that likes your steak well done, you have my sincerest condolences. I'm going to give that another flip on there because that doesn't look too well cooked on that side. It's just a matter of degree. Okay, that's done enough for me, so I'm going to take that off and give it a rest for a few minutes, and then I'll give my brother's steak a little bit longer. Okay, I think that's just about right for my brother. I'll take that off and then I'll show you what we do with all this good stuff. So into there, I just want a bit more oil, a little bit more. What's that? A couple of tablespoons, maybe, tops. In with the onions. In with the carrots and zucchini. In with the cabbage. So what we're not doing is wasting any of that great flavour. I won't put the garlic in just yet because I want to give this a quick stir. So you just do it like you stir fry now. And all that fond from the steak is on the bottom of the pan. I'm just going to put in some garlic now. Put in all my garlic. Okay, now I squirt half a tablespoon of soy sauce, light soy sauce. About the same of oyster sauce. A bit more of that, I think. And then what I want to do is take about that much water, get ready with a lid, stir that up just quickly, and what we want to do now is get all that flavour off the bottom into that stir fry. Lid on and let that steam. So it's the steam in action that's doing the cooking there. Meanwhile our steaks are nicely resting and firming up. So I want to leave the lid on there for about around about 3 minutes, and that's just enough time to let the steaks rest nicely. And that cabbage and those lovely veggies are cooking away in the steam, and it's also deglazing the bottom of the frying pan with all those lovely steak flavours in it. So after a couple of minutes I just want to lift the lid, check how done that is, and you'll see now, look how all that flavour's lifting up from the bottom and giving us a beautiful steamed stir fry. It's a really good technique, and you're only using one pan to effectively cook 2 dishes, and while your steak's resting, that's all the time you need to get your gorgeous stir fry sorted out. I'm going to put a bit of pepper on there because I can, and I'm just going to cover that up again for a couple of more minutes until those veggies are cooked through. I want to leave some crunch in them, which is important, but I also want them heated all the way through. Okay, let's have a lift, see what that looks like. Give that another stir. It's looking good. In fact, I think that's just about done for me. But you check and see how much you like it done. I'm kind of Cantonese in my taste about these things, and I like it. I like a lot of crunch left in my vegetables when I eat them. So all that needs for me is a drizzle, about a tablespoon, maybe just under, of toasted sesame oil, because that just lifts it up to quite another level. There we go. You don't need to use dark soy sauce in this, only use light soy sauce. The darkness is coming up from the bottom of that pan, look. Yeah. So I can turn the heat off that and serve it up. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to follow my channel, please subscribe and be sure to click the bell icon to receive notification of all my upcoming videos. Thanks for watching.